I would like to say peace to you all. Of course, peace is the universal greeting of the righteous. And my name is Drayon, of course. I'm starting a podcast, and it's on my YouTube channel. It's called Drayon's Empowerment, Enlightenment, Drayon's Empowerment, Enlightenment, and Motivation. Today, I'm just going to read a few quotes out of my book, or one quote or a couple of quotes, and I'm just going to build with you. You know, build meaning to teach, to enlighten, and etc. To elaborate on things, rather. And I'm going to probably end it with a poem. But I want to say, you know, that your elevation is important. That your life, your spirit, your mind, your intellectuality, your ability to perceive things is crucial in existence. So, I'm going to read a quote out of this first. All right? It's a personal quote of mine out of my book. And it's some quotes about wise sayings and etc. Like proverbial sayings, wise sayings, and etc. The first one is, I said, be at one mint with one's universal purpose of good and to see oneself as a universal being. And it will cause one to begin or to continue to excel the heights. But with that, one must always see oneself as a spiritual and intellectual being. But godliness exceeds all. When you're at one with your purpose in existence and in the universe, you can manifest and materialize great things. See yourself as a spiritual being, an intellectual being, intellectual things, meaning having, that you making sure you have your rationalism, your concrete thought, being able to perceive the things that you want to manifest, and your logic come in everything. Your logic and everything. But when you're at one with yourself and with your purpose and with the universal essence, the supreme being, God, you can materialize and manifest great things. But I said godliness exceeds all. Knowing that within you, that you were called into existence, and formed and fashioned and shapened by a supreme intelligent being. Biblically and Quranically is termed God. This being, this God breathed life into your spirit or into your body. With all types of abilities, perceptions, the cruciality of seeing how you are to live out and materialize virtues and principles and manifest great things in existence. So godliness exceeds all. That God spirit, that God essence within, that breath, that holy breath that the Creator, that the Most High breathed inside of you, causing you to see things all wise and civilized. Being able to manifest great things while you're on earth, while you're in existence, or, being a universal being. So that's crucial and important. Very important. I'm going to read you this poem I wrote. It's called Prevalence. The prevailing good. Mysticism and magic is not just cloaked in hood. Old legends and philosophies and books. To walk straight in a world sometimes permeated with the endeavors of crooks. Wisdom and understanding like the relief in a scorching heat, like the waters gushing from the brook. The excellence of flying fowls and God's other creatures divine, the goodness and greatness of what heaven endows, and to properly construe it in the mind. Very profound wisdom sometimes found in rhyme, like heaven's stairwell, that the righteous and the godly ascend in time. Prevalence. That's my own personal poem. Writer and author, Drayon Harrison. That's me. So, I just want to say, in this particular session of Drayon's empowerment, enlightenment, and motivation, keep your mind on progression, elevation, and empowerment. And the permeation of good things. And bring it into fruition your visions, your goals, good legitimate goals and positive goals and powerful goals. And before I leave, I'm going to leave also something else that I said. Sometimes I also study, I study esoteric things, the deeper things of the Bible, mystical teachings of the Torah, and and other esoterical teachings, theosophical knowledge, and etc. And philosophies. But I want to say something I also study, and I have things that I have studied from Machiavelli that I like a lot. I may not agree with Machiavelli on everything, but I agree with him on some things. A good measure of things. But one of the Machiavellian quotes, excuse me. Let me get another drink of coffee. One of the Machiavellian quotes is a very famous and renowned quote. Machiavelli said something, or I don't want to quote it wrong, but it's very famous and renowned quote. It is better to be feared than to be loved. Now, even though I agree for the most part with most of the Machiavellian teachings and etc., in this day and time, in this age, and with my perception, if I were to be asked the question, would I rather to be feared than to be loved? I would say I would rather be loved, but with my power. Yes. Because if you are loved with your power, even if the people become contraries, and even if you lose the people's love and some of the people start to hate you, and some rulers, and as for a ruler or rulers in the world, they turn against you in a coup d'etat, as we have seen throughout histories and etc., with rulers that exist. But if you are loved with your power, if those things happen and the people turn against you, or you are hated by the people, it is your power that will save you. And it is your power that will endure. So would I rather to be feared than to be loved? I would rather be loved, but with my power. I end this in saying peace again, which is the universal greeting of the righteous. And also saying peace to you. Until you, I see you another time. Be prosperous, be peaceful, strive for godliness at all times. This has been a session of Drayon's empowerment, enlightenment, and motivation.